Hello everyone, this is your friend Dr. Haruna Goro. I just finished watching a video and I felt I needed to share it with everyone out there. You know, as we talk about the upcoming elections 2027, Tinubu and his cohorts using people like Wicked that he has strategically put in Abuja, the capital city. He put him there deliberately, knowing that Wike is not from the APC party. He put him there so that Wike can do the dirty job that he did in Rivers State, and also what he did with the 5 governors that he succeeded in using to destroy the PDP. And that's how they brought this wicked man, Agbado Master. So going forward, as we prepare for 2027 election, if you don't secure Abuja, I think we may be going in for another repeat of the evil that they did in 2023. And that's why the AMAC election, which is in 2026, is very, very important. A lot of people are just concerned about the presidential election, the Senate, and the House of Rep, and sometimes the governorship. But they are not thinking about the local government. In Abuja, the one that really matters the most, where the seat of power is AMAC. That's why I feel that I need to encourage everyone to stand behind Dr. Moore as he's standing in for the local government chairman of AMAC, standing on the platform of ADC. Having the wrong person in Abuja AMAC is going to jeopardize our chances come 2027. I want you to just listen to what he said at an event.
Except, of course, we are just here for rhetorics. I led protests here for 23 days. I've been in DSS 3 times. My hotel was seized. If you go to Gwarimpa right now, there's a government agency there. So I understand the brutalization of our people. I live with this. I've been offered billions, literally, to go the other way, but I would not balk. There are people who are not buyable, not sellable, and some of them are here. And I like what the Honorable said. But for the will of the people, he will not be sitting here today. And that's why we're here. Are there APC people here today? Because I know invitations were given to them. Are there PDP people here today? Is ADC here represented? What about Accord? This is what we're talking about. I mean, the IG is represented right here. We have stakeholders, ABGA, and all the political parties. Thank you. We have to get real, otherwise we're not going to make any change in our country. I've been here. I did primary school here. I was the head boy in my primary school. I was the head boy in secondary school. I'm an impeccable student. 20 years ago, I could have been anywhere in the world. But for what I call a cost, I'm cost because until Nigeria changes, we're not going anywhere. But in 5 minutes, I'll try to do this. Elections are not just about the ballot. Elections are about the soul of the country. It's the energy, it's the consciousness of the people. That's what elections are about. And as we move towards 2026, because that's the fulcrum for why we are here, we must ensure that we have justice. Because without justice, anarchy, violence will prevail. So for every political party here, and those listening to me via the media, we must commit to the values that will allow us to have a free and fair election. And it begins from justice. Justice must be the fulcrum, it must be the foundation. Because without justice, you can't have peace. We must have justice. Justice is the baseline. And I commend the organizers because early education is still one. We must educate our people. We must raise the consciousness, the awareness of our people. We must get the people aware. And we must ensure that we build institutions. I like what the representation of the IG said here today. I'm happy that INEC is here. I'm happy that EFCC is here. I didn't even know that they monitor elections, but now we're going to put everything to test. We must build strong institutions, not strong men. Strong men is what has collapsed families. Strong men have collapsed our communities. Strong men have brought nations down. We must have security institutions that are firm and are unbiased. We need INEC that is impartial. INEC cannot be wearing jersey. You are not a player. You are an umpire. Civil society groups that must hold people and institutions accountable. The judiciary must completely be fearless. The judiciary is a woman and she's blind. It's only in Nigeria that she has one eye open. She must be blind to political parties, blind to religion, blind to tribe, blind to any social status or class. And we must engage, like many of my colleagues have said here, The communities have to take over. The people have to take over the process. Political leaders must show themselves as an example. There must be an example. No blood of anybody is worthy of any politician's ambition. Not a single one. But from our communities, to our mosques, to our churches, to our religious and tribal groups, to our cultural groups, we must ensure, we must wake up and hold the process accountable. And lastly, people, let me tell you something. Free and fair election is not a favor. Nobody is doing you a favor. Yes. It is democratic ideal and duty of everybody. This is the only legacy we have to leave for our children. This is the only legacy we have to leave for our people. And so today I challenge you, INEC. I challenge you, police. I challenge you, mothers and fathers. I challenge every young person here. This is the only country we have. A new Nigeria is possible, but it's an illusion until Abuja changes, until AMAC changes, until we change our land. A new AMAC is possible. Free and fair election is possible. And we must hold every institution, every individual, every family, including ourselves, accountable and responsible for this new Nigeria that we must birth.
And destroy nations. It is about ensuring that we have politicians who will become stakeholders and leaders to show and live and be example to the people, and also to ensure that the community take ownership of this process. That's the only time and only when we can have a peaceful elections, because again, peaceful election is not a favor. It is democratic responsibility and ideals that is required.